Jets linebacker Quincy Williams is a free agent this year, and it seems like he might be getting paid more than originally we thought. Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Matt O'Leary back with another video. Today I am discussing Quincy Williams and how it seems like he is going to get paid a lot more than originally thought. Let's hop into today's video. Zach Rosenblatt, who covers the New York Jets for The Athletic, had an article looking at the top 10 free agents for the New York Jets, and Quincy Williams was on that list as he is set to be an unrestricted free agent. And I was certainly surprised when I saw that he believes that Quincy Williams could be making between $7 and $9 million a year. That seems to look like a lot. He says the 15 highest paid linebackers all make more than $9 million per season, and 3 others make at least $7 million. Is that too rich for the Jets' blood? Look, if I was the one making the decision, yeah, I think that absolutely is too rich for the Jets' blood when you look at it. We'll go through his numbers. We'll talk about it, but it's not so simple as you just move on, and I'll explain why in a little bit. So this year, he played 79% of snaps, had 106 tackles, 12 tackles for a loss, 3 sacks, and 50 stops. He improved from last year. There is no denying that. I thought he was better this year than what he was in 2021, but there were still some issues that I didn't love with Quincy. Missed tackles are still an issue for Quincy, as he had a 14% missed tackle rate, which was 10th most in the NFL for qualified linebackers, and he was not great again in coverage this year, letting up an 85.7 reception percentage, which is 5th worst in the NFL for qualifying linebackers, allowing 464 yards and 2 touchdowns. Now, is he fine as a rotational linebacker, someone who comes in at 79% of the snaps? I think is a touch high for him. I don't dislike Quincy, which is a common misconception. I feel like I think most people assume who've watched my videos that I hate Quincy Williams. That's not true. I think he's a pretty good rotational guy. I think fans and the Jets staff overrate him a little bit, and I guess that's maybe where that comes from. But I think he's a useful, more of like a depth guy than he is a guy who should be playing 80% of your snaps, because I don't think he's good enough in coverage, and he still misses too many tackles. He's a very flashy player, Quincy Williams. There are moments where he's, screaming down the line and makes a tackle for a tackle for a loss. He had 12 of them, which is great. I think he's normally pretty solid in the run game, but he was lost in coverage a lot this year. On the big play against the Detroit Lions, the big touchdown on 4th down, that was Quincy Williams' man. They were playing man coverage, and I know a lot of people tried to pin that one on C.J. Mosley. It wasn't. That wasn't C.J. Mosley's guy. That was Quincy Williams' guy, and because he was over-aggressive, something that really burdens him in his game, it was a big play. Before we continue, I just wanted to mention that you can still enter the BUSR giveaway. We're giving away a $1,000 free bet at busr.com/Matt when you sign up. Link is down below in the description. All you have to do, sign up using the link, make the minimum deposit, and you are entered to win. Signups through February 6th, so we have a few more days left to go. Now, if you told me you can get Quincy Williams for like $3 million, $4 million, maybe all the way up to $5 million, that's a little bit different of a conversation. I would say, okay, yeah, bring him back, absolutely. But if you're saying that it's going to cost $7, $8, $9 million a year to bring back Quincy Williams, I'm really all good with that, I think. And you look at someone like Quan Alexander, who I don't think would cost you that much. Honestly, I thought he was better this year. I know he didn't get the playing time, but when he was out there on the field, he was more consistent. And something that was his biggest issue is health, and he stayed healthy the entire year and was damn good in 49% of the snaps. So that's a 30% difference. He had 69 tackles, a half a sack, 6 tackles for a loss, and 25 stops. He's also better in coverage, as he allowed a 76.6 reception percentage and 342 yards, 0 touchdowns allowed. Is he a perfect linebacker? No, absolutely not. But I personally have more faith in Quan Alexander than I do in Quincy Williams. But here's the caveat. Obviously, Quinn Williams is someone who is a priority for the New York Jets. They are trying to get him to sign a contract extension. He already said that he's not going to participate in like mini camps or offseason training unless he gets a contract, which is totally understandable for where he's at this point in his career. He likes playing with his brother a lot and wants to continue to play with his brother. If both of them want to come back, right, because that's the assumption, and I think they do, you got to talk to Quinnen and be like, listen, we're good with bringing back Quincy. We can't be paying him $7, $8, $9 million a year and you $22 million a year. If you want to take 22, then you got to get Quincy to take a team-friendly deal. And a team-friendly deal for a guy like Quincy Williams is, like I said, in that $3 or $4 million a year range. It's not $7, $8, $9 million a year. The Jets can't afford to pay a linebacker that much money. They're paying they're paying CJ Mosley a ton of money. He's probably going to restructure, or they post June 1st cut him, but I think probably more likely for a restructure. The Jets and Robert Saleh, I don't see Robert Saleh paying someone of Quincy Williams' caliber that much money. If that's what it costs and you take Quinnen out of the equation, I would think that Robert Saleh would go, I could probably find a linebacker in the 3rd or 4th round that'll give me 85% of what Quincy will give me and at significantly lower cost. That's my assumption for what the Jets would do. Now, I know that they like Quincy. I know they like him a lot, but do they like him $7, $8, $9 million a lot? That I'm not sold on. Again, I think they really would. It would have to be a conversation between the Jets and Quinnen and be like, look, I understand that you want to come back. We want to bring you back and you want to play with your brother. Great. Got to have him take a team-friendly deal at that point. Let me know your thoughts on the projected contract or projected cap hit for someone like Quincy Williams. Sound off below in the comments. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Once again, I am Matt O'Leary. Please make sure to subscribe, share with a friend, give the video a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you next time.